Going on, my fellow farmer brothers and sisters? Alright, so now we are going to go ahead and start getting this front end, the bushings all in there. So stay tuned and let's get started.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Alright, so I went ahead and I welded up the inside holes. So obviously didn't get that on video, but anyway, I'll spin this around, kind of show you what I'm working with here, and definitely a night and day difference. You know, eventually I'll remember to open this up before I do this. But anyway, so I went ahead and I welded up the bottom side and then welded in, so that way these bushings were actually nice and straight. Had to do that on both sides, because let's just say they were wallowed out really good. Where'd I put the pin at? Let me go grab the pin. So I did go ahead and break down and bought the new one. The original wasn't awful, but let's just say it wasn't really good. So obviously these getting pressed in. These are just sitting there just for now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put JB Weld in the hole, and that way it can push through, line these things up, and that way once the JB Weld sets, any little imperfection anywhere, it'll kind of help take up that distance and set these in place. But when you put them in now, so that I get that lined up, just about a 1/16 movement in the bushings. So that's pretty much exactly what I wanted, to the point where now the front end won't wobble all over the place, because this thing was really bad shape. I mean, I only paid about 300 bucks for this front end, so to have to fix this, it's no big deal. It cost me, I don't know, I think it cost me about 30 bucks for the bushings, and it cost me like 39 for the pivot pin. So again, still ahead of the game. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and push these in with some JB Weld, get these things lined up. I'm going to use this pin to make sure the two bushings are perfectly in line, nothing's all goofy on me. And then once it sets, we'll jump on the bolster, and then I'm going to figure out if I need to do any welding in the holes of the bolster or not, to make sure that they line up on here good. And then I got to take and cut this pin down, drill it out, and then this will be the new pin for the front too. So the front end should come out pretty good. But anyway, alright, let me go ahead and mix up some JB Weld and shove it in there. Alright, JB Weld is mixed, so let's see how good of a mess I can make out of this. So what I want to do is basically get it in here towards the center, towards the bottom of that hole. That way, if there's any imperfections, obviously once this sets, it'll kind of help hold that bushing in place. Honestly, it probably wouldn't have been a bad idea for this front end to go ahead and probably break all these welds loose, drive this pipe out, probably weld in a new pipe. Probably wouldn't have been a horrible idea, but this will definitely work. I mean, I'm going to run the loader on the front, so, and I'm not really planning on putting a shit ton of weight in it. This will definitely do the trick for what I'm trying to achieve here. I did the weld, so that way the weld would help support any of that front weight. That was my biggest concern, because I didn't want to see the front of that bushing just get smashed down. So like I said in my one video before, JB Weld isn't for everything, but some things it's good for, and this is one of those things it's definitely good for. It will definitely do the trick here. Just trying to get this mixed all around the upper side of the hole too. so it kind of helps pinch that bushing in there. And of course, once it's set, it'll hold those bushings in like freaking concrete. Didn't really need a whole lot for the most part. I got the weld, especially on the outside, pretty damn good. Alright, that's it for that. Now I'll go ahead and tap these on in. For a while, so I'm going to hit that with the hammer in front. See, very nice fit. Now, hopefully this one goes in just as good. Alright, it all looks good. Make sure enough of that JV is the back side of that. Looks like it's pretty good actually. Alright, I'm going to get in there and wipe that out. Alright, and let's make sure the pin goes nice and straight there. Alright. Got that bushing pretty straight. I like it. Push this back. Nice. There we go. Now I know those bushings are now both straight. I think we're golden. All I gotta do now is just let her set up. Now obviously I got some of that JV weld on the bushing and then that on the pin. So that's gonna make it a little sticky. So as soon as all this dries and set, I'll go in here real easy. Probably like a brass wire wheel or one of my honing stones, real easy. And just make sure that everything's out. But for shits and giggles, let me go grab a little bit of oil. Alright, so a little bit of oil in there. That's actually pretty nice. Of course, now it's so slippery I can't hold on to it. There we go. Yeah, it's nice and free. No drag on that whatsoever. So now I know that front end, as you see, she should pivot up and down pretty nice and won't have no up and down wobble. Yeah, so that's good. I'm going to pull that out now and let this set. And once it dries, we'll kind of go from there. Alright, and there is the bushing. And as you see, the JB weld's just in there. Just setting. Ain't hurt nothing in the middle where the void is. And that's it. Yeah, she's in there and she's tight. So we're good. Alright. And then, here, actually, you know what? I did shove the pin in here just to check the front bolster, and it's got a little bit to the back. Not really much, I think, really is concerned, you know, for me to even worry about. And the front, really hardly any. It's really not that much movement in this, surprisingly. So I think the bolster may be okay. Yeah, because I'm not really sweating that little bit for the front end of this thing. But yeah, I think we're good. So now it's going to end up being cleaning up all the spindles and the ball socket and all that stuff and getting all that ready. And I guess once I get that ready, I guess I'll go ahead and clean this thing up. Go ahead and get a coat of primer on her, get some red paint, and I guess we'll be sitting it on underneath the front of that tractor. So, all right, well, let's jump to the next part of this. All right, so I stripped it all down, got the first coat of primer on it, and definitely looking much better. And I got all the parts over here hung and ready to go. Now I did have to work on the ball socket. The cap was pretty good, but that part, these are both aftermarket. That part right there, I think they had these holes right here drilled that way, just a little too far. They should have been down this way some, for right there where the ball socket goes in. So this area here was just a little thick, so I actually had to shave this down, so that way it made that area right there a little smaller, so that way that ball socket went in there and actually was able to pivot, because that cap went on there and it sat it back just enough where the two were misaligned. So I got the cap, I got the ball inside, everything even, shaved that, and then it worked good. So just in case any of you guys get any of these aftermarket, you know, the ball cap socket and, you know, the cap itself and the actual piece, you may have to take some metal out of the side. But other than that, the bracket's all cleaned up, the bolster's all cleaned up. Like I said, the front end itself came out really good. I got the bushings right now plugged to keep the paint out of the inside of them. Other than that, I guess once this dries, start getting some red paint on it, and I'm hoping by the weekend I should be hopefully putting this thing underneath the tractor. So it really depends on that heat, because I'm sure it's the same way everywhere, but I'll tell you, it's ungodly humid out there. It is like brutal. I tell you, after working in it all day for my job and then coming home and then working on this, as much as I love my tractors, I hate going out there in the humidity longer than I have to, because I'm already in it all day. So anyway, well, enough of the bitching about that. So she looks pretty good. So that's actually going to be it for this video. I guess the next video is going to be after it's painted and getting ready to assemble it. And then we're going to jump back onto the sheet metal and finish straightening out the grill. And I'm also going to check that grill. I did actually bend that around some, so I'm curious to stick it on the nose cone and see how bad it is. And then I'm still going to decide that one or that one once I fit them on there. I actually got a lot of dents and a lot of stuff out of that one. That one is actually starting to come out pretty decent, for as bad as it was. But anyway, so once we get this front end done and assembled, we're going to finish up the sheet metal so I can finally get that loader inside here and start working on that the loader, and welding up any of the cracks, any of the bad spots, replacing the lines, the whole 9 yards. So once we're ready to mount it to that tractor, it's pretty much a new-ish bucket going on there. Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, make sure you hit that notification bell. Other than that, please like, subscribe, and share. That really, really helps. I know that 450 gasser, it hit 1,100,000 something on Facebook. Man, if you guys could do that for me on YouTube, that would help out immensely for the channel. Unfortunately, YouTube does nothing for the channel. So, anyway, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, thanks for watching.